Alrighty. Give me a second. I am tagging a few people. So, hi guys, I'm back. And I want to say that I don't own the music that's playing in the background. I want to get that out of the way. And I hope you guys can hear me, and I hope you guys can see me. I got to preference this by saying that I have been having issues with going live in my home. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's just because so many people on the internet at the same time, because people are working from home and stuff like that. So yeah. So hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. And I think I did say I don't own the rights to the music that's playing in the background. And so I'm basically, this is for any parents, moms, so I'm just kind of sharing information. I come on every Tuesday. So feel free to share this if you think that this is going to help a mom or a parent in general. And this also applies to me. This information that I share, I use it myself, so I'm not sharing something that I don't use for myself. I also have a mom shop, so if you're interested in like purchasing a t-shirt or a mug or anything for yourself or for your mom or for your grandparent or anybody, aunt, anything, you can go on my website and check out my information. I put it in my in the thing below, so you can check that out. And then also I wanted to let you guys know that I partnered with the House of Ruth. That is a domestic violence shelter, and I'm still raising money throughout the month of August to purchase items for the families that have joined there to work on their treatment so that they can begin transitioning out. So if you're interested in donating, please let me know. You can put a message below, and then I can post my Cash App in the information below for that purpose. That's one of my passions, is to work with domestic violence moms. So I'm going to be doing more with that soon. But I just wanted to come on here. I'm going to be talking about pivoting while schooling, because as moms, we're preparing our kids for school. I know some people started school today, and then not today, but yesterday, and some people starting school next Monday. I know for my kids, we're starting school next Monday, so I'm getting them prepared. I'm getting them all situated, and so I'm working on a few things. But I wanted to leave a few things that I have been working on, that I have done for myself, and I wanted to share it with you, because if you have knowledge, you should share it. So that's what I'm doing. So the first thing is that I wanted to share that I've been doing is to learn how to maneuver the different computer systems that your kids are going to be using, like Zoom, Google Classroom, those different apps, the laptops, especially if you have multiple children. You want to learn how to maneuver those apps and learn those different types of apps, because they may have questions about them, and you may have to work on them yourself so that you can learn how to operate them. I know for Google Classroom, the Google Classroom is used mainly for the younger age group, the elementary kids. I think it's elementary up into middle school, because that's what I've experienced. And then after that, the Google Classroom is mainly used for the high schoolers, but some of the middle schools you also use the Google Classroom. And then I think for my kids now, they're going to be using Zoom. So I'm not sure if anyone is using Zoom or the Google Classroom or what type of apps you guys are using, but just learning how to maneuver those can definitely be a benefit to how you're helping your kids and being a resource to your kids, especially if you have multiple kids and you're having to be that support to them while they're trying to work through these different things. And if you're learning the systems now, you can kind of help them and walk them through what they need to work on as of now. And I know a lot of the schools are going to be doing an orientation. They're going to have an orientation day, but I don't think they're going to teach them all the nits and gnats of how to operate the Zoom process or whatever app they're going to be using to do their schooling. So I just wanted to give you that tip. Another tip that I wrote down was, I know for our kids, they're gonna be going to school from home. So a lot of our kids are going to school from home. I know some states they're going to school in person, but for the most part, a lot of our kids are going to school from home. And we have to model hard work and persistence. because if they see us working hard, and even if we're working from home or working outside of the home, if they see us doing it, they're going to do it too. So if they see us being self-paced and we're getting things done and we're completing our projects and different things like that, they're going to be motivated to want to do that themselves. They're going to be motivated to wanting to complete their school projects, complete their school assignments, complete all of their schooling things that they need to complete, and get their assignments done in the deadlines, completed in a timely manner and things like that. Because I'm not sure as to how, because I'm still trying to figure this out too as well. So I know that it's a lot of parents out there still unsure how this is going to play out, especially the ones that have multiple kids, and then the ones that are still having to go into the office. How you're going to ensure that the kids are completing their assignments, they're meeting their deadlines, completing their projects. And so I think that, you know, with that being said, we're just going to have to play it by ear, because we're all in this together. So we're all in this process together of trying to figure out how we're going to meet these deadlines, what the process is going to look like, what the workload is going to look like. We don't even know what the workload is going to be like by Zoom. And so we're just, you know, it's almost like this new normal is going to be with new ups and downs. So we're going to have trying to figure out how long it's going to take to complete a math assignment, or how long it's going to take, you know, for them to complete, because we don't know if it's going to be done while they're in the classroom by Zoom, or if they're going to give them an assignment and say do it and turn in later. So we're still unsure of that. I know on my end I'm not sure how you guys are figuring that part out. And so the next one I want to talk about is creating the four corners. I did talk about the four corners before. I talked about that in regards to having the four corners when you're needing space and time away from your kids, and if you're needing space and time away from for yourself. Now, the reason I'm talking about the four corners in regards to the educational piece, and you know, is because our kids, they're going to need their own individual space, especially if you have multiple kids. So I have 4 that are in school. So I'm going to be creating the 4 corners where my kids are going to have and they're not necessarily going to be in 4 individual corners, so to speak. I'm just saying 4 corners. I call it the 4 corners. So they're going to be in their own individual space. They're going to have their own individual little desk, and it's not necessarily a desk. They're just going to have their own individual personalized space, and they're going to have their individual headphones where they can, you know, have their own setup. And so they're going to have that so that they can focus on what they need to focus on in school, whether, you know, it's a recording from the teacher through Zoom, or whether it's a live session that they have to be active and involved in. So they'll have that, you know, have their own personal space to be able to do so. So I have them, you know, I call it the 4 corners. And so that way I can have my space, my husband can have his space, my kids will have their space, and so we won't feel, you know, closed in, claustrophobic, and we'll be able to work and function appropriately as needed. And then if they need me for some reason, or if they need my husband for some reason, we'll be able to accommodate and to make it, you know, to accommodate them as needed. But for the most part, I'm gonna, you know, be there and walk around and try to see what they need, because, you know, I know the first week or 2, they're probably gonna need us, you know, more hands-on than not. So yeah, so that one was the 4 corners. And then the next one that I think is gonna be very, very important for us as parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever the case may be, is to build a relationship with your teachers virtually. I don't know. I know that in the past we've probably done it, you know, by going in and talking to the teacher, setting up a parent-teacher conference meeting, different things like that. But now we have to use whatever platform is available to try to build that relationship with that teacher, so that they know that we're actively involved, and so that they know that we care, so that they can, you know, reach out as needed if something is going on, or if for some reason an assignment is missing, or for some reason, you know, the kid is not responding on Zoom, or if they're just haven't logged in or something like that, just whatever the case may be, because it's going to be a different setup, as I said. And so just the teacher knowing that the parent is involved, and them knowing that that we want to be actively involved, and that we care about our kids is gonna say a lot to the teacher, because then that allows them to know, hey, I can reach out to this parent anytime, and just letting the teacher know, set that boundary to say, hey, you can text me, or you can contact me through Google Classroom, you can email me. There's a lot of different ways to be able to chat, and I know for the most part, a lot of my teachers that I work with, they use not Google Classroom, but they use Class Dojo. So that's a great way to communicate. And I know that I saw that some teachers are going to GroupMe. They're going to using this GroupMe app. So that's a new format that people are using. So whatever your teacher is most comfortable with, and whatever y'all decide to come up with, definitely you want to stay actively involved in your kids' lives, especially during this time, because an assignment cannot, technology can do its own thing now, and we have to understand that. So if your kids submitted an assignment and the teacher said they didn't get it for some reason, that doesn't mean that, it's their fault. It means something is going on with the technology. So sometimes we may have to resubmit something. So that's why it's important that you build that relationship, build that rapport with the teacher, so that y'all have that one-on-one connection, so where the teacher can reach out to you. I know I have to do that with my kids, because I have a lot of kids. So, for me, I'm like sending messages on Class Dojo or emailing as much as I can, so I can stay on top of that, because I don't want to get behind with that part. So I try to stay on top of that as much as possible. And then, I know for the high schoolers, for my high schoolers, my teachers, they use Google Classroom a lot to communicate. And then they also use like text messaging too. They may use a group text message, and then I try to also with my son, he's becoming a senior this year, so he'll be a senior. So I'm trying to empower him to take ownership of his education, and just to take ownership of his individuality, meaning that if there's an issue that should come up, or if we need to follow up on something with his class, I'm going to empower him to send an email and CC me on the email, just so that it's teaching him to advocate for himself, and teaching him to be independent, and just teaching him, so that, and then if I need to take on and respond myself, I can respond as well as the parent. But I want him to learn that skill, because he's going to need that skill, learn how to advocate for himself, and vice versa. Even with my daughter, who's a 10th grader, I'm going to start teaching her that too, although I'm going to be there, be that parent too, involved with her too. But I still want them to learn how to advocate for themselves. So I want them to be involved and a part of that process as well, because they need to learn that advocating skill, because they're going to need it when they go to college. Because I know in college, the professors, either you do your work or you don't. They don't care. They don't send emails to the parents. They don't reach out to the parents. It's up to the student. So that's why I want my kids to be hands-on, especially my high schoolers. I'm teaching them to be hands-on, involved in their education, where they're going to send emails and CC me on it, so that they know that process of advocating for themselves. And so I'm still going to be involved though. So if I need to reach out to the teacher or text the teacher, I can do that. And then I always talk about this, so I'm going to continue to talk about this again. I can't stress this enough. Allow self-care time. Like, you got to have time to take care of yourself as a parent, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, stepmom, adoptive mom. I don't care what kind of mom you are, or dad you are, parent you are. You're gonna need time to take care of yourself. And so I always write down some tips for taking care of yourself. You always want to keep self-care as a priority. And so that means that, the first thing you do when you get up in the morning, whatever your routine is, you want to put a routine in place for yourself. Whether you pray, whether you meditate, whether you take a walk, whether you write down something that you're grateful for. I do that every morning. I have a grateful journal that I do. And that's just something that I've done for about a year, and it's helped me, so I'm sharing it. And then also incorporate time with your spouse or significant other. So making sure that you're, making them a priority as well, taking out time with your spouse or your significant other. Or, if you're dating someone, taking out time, to date, do things like that, because you want to still have a life. And if you work out, if you exercise, work out 3 to 4 times a week, or 2 times a week. Because I know, for me, I'm gonna be honest, like, I have to eat more healthier than working out, because I don't really have a whole lot of time to work out. So my food intake is what because it's really about what you eat, really. Because you can work out all day, every day, but if you're eating bad, it's really not gonna make a big difference. So I try to watch what I eat a lot, because I know I don't get a chance to work out as much as I want, because I have a busy household. So I watch what I eat a lot, and I don't eat after a certain time every day. So that's what has helped me. Drink plenty of water. Get a lot of water in your system. Drink a lot of water so you can stay hydrated, because I know because we're running hustle and bustling as parents, we sometimes forget to drink water. Like we're going and going. Our brain is running 100 miles per hour, and we forget to take a break and say, hey, I need to drink some water. So drink a water. Get your jug. Order your jug off Amazon. Get your jug from Target, somewhere, wherever, and get you some water. Drink you some water. They have those jugs where you can they have a list about an hour of how much water to drink. Use those help. I got one, and it helps. And then also take out time to talk to some of your good girlfriends to keep you sane. Talk to them. They can keep you, just to vent, get your thoughts out. Just a support center. You need a good support circle, and you guys can talk 1 or 2 times a week just to catch up. Just so you can get that time away, get that space away. So that's part of your self-care. And then get enough sleep, get enough rest. We all need that. We all need that. Get enough rest, get enough sleep. I can't say that enough. And just to understand that, in order to be, productive, we gotta maintain balance, attempt to maintain balance, because I know it's tough. And we gotta replenish ourselves spiritually, physically, mentally, psychologically, and just know that, you can't, running on fumes, your body will shut down. Like, it really will. And you have to take out the time to take care of yourself and to replenish yourself. So just don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. And like I've said before, our body is a computer system. I think I said it last week. Our bodies are computer systems, and so we need to update our systems as much as possible, as much as required. Update your system, because it will shut down. And so if you don't maintain updates, it'll shut down just like a computer will. It'll shut down. So continue to update. And then I always leave a scripture. My scripture that I love is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in, and continue to take care of yourselves. And I hope this has helped another mom. And if you could share this as well. And then if you are interested in donating to my domestic violence cause, and so that I can support these moms in their treatment, please let me know, and I can send you the Cash App, because I'm going to be purchasing items to take to the House of Ruth, because they're not taking donated items, like used items. They're only taking, like, I can purchase items to take to them because of the COVID-19. So they're not taking any used items. So I have partnered with them. You can check out my website. I have a website that I've partnered with them, and so it's legit. So I don't want people to think that I'm just doing this just to do it. Some people think that, just because you come on Facebook, you're just doing stuff to get money. Nope, that's not me. So I really have partnered with the House of Ruth. This is a real thing. So and if you have more questions, like I said, you can inbox me, you can DM me, and I can give you more details. I can send you my link, and we can go from there. And then also, I had showed you guys my shirt last week. So if you're a mom, if you want to purchase my shirt, here is my shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Moms Are Bad. The bad stands for brave and determined. I have the white version and I have the black version. But stay on the lookout. I got more products that I'm going to be putting on my website. If you're interested, let me know. I can send you my link to that too. Yeah, so, and if you have questions, please let me know. DM me, or you can email me. My information is on my website too, and I can put that below. So just let me know if you want it, and I'll post it. And it should already be on there. I think I put it in the little bio thing. But let me know. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching, and please share. So I will talk to you later. Thank you so much. Love you guys.